This is a loaded dynamic stretching technique for the lateral arch of the foot. The lateral arch spans from the pinky toe, just at the ball of the foot, down to the attachment point of the heel. The particular region that we're trying to expand and load during the stretch is going to be just behind the base of the pinky toe to the heel attachment. And then we're going to be right below the cuboid region. So if you were to take your thumb and make some pressure into the base of your foot here in this region, you might notice that it has quite a bit of give to it. That's the particular area that we're going to try to achieve a lot of loaded expansion through. So there are a couple of ways that I prefer to set this up. My first preference is a mobility wedge. However, if you do not have a mobility wedge, then you can most definitely use a towel that is folded up to create this leverage. So let's use the fake foot first, and then I'll give you a live demonstration. What we're trying to achieve, once again, is a little bit of an expansion within this particular region, and maybe just a little bit down into the pinky toe side as well. The easiest way to accomplish that is to offset the foot to where we are going to elevate the lateral side of the foot, the pinky toe side of the foot, just a little bit, and then we are going to translate our body weight in a diagonal direction towards the outside of the foot while we make a weight transfer. So once again, imaginary position here, we are offloaded, our body weight is behind the foot, and then as our body weight translates over the top of the foot, we are heading in this diagonal direction to load the foot, and we're also going to slightly sweep the heel inwards to create a little bit more of an exaggerated expansion within this region of the foot here. So I'll show you the towel setup to accomplish this real quick, then we'll go into the live demonstration. So we're going to elevate the lateral aspect of the foot here. We're going to be in the offloaded position, so my body weight is behind the foot. Then we're going to load in the diagonal direction of the fourth and fifth toe, getting a little bit of a sweep of the heel inwards, and then we're going to step back and relax. All right, to get into position, we want to make sure and elevate the lateral aspect of the foot. You can do anywhere between just the big toe being off the wedge or the third toe being off the wedge, but we want to for sure make sure that the outside two toes are off the edge. Then from there, we're going to take our weight and distribute it in this diagonal direction across the toes here, shifting the weight forward and relaxing. And while we're doing this weight shift forward, we're kind of sweeping our hip outwards. This is external rotation of the hip. And relax. So forward diagonal direction, hip goes externally. And then the last element that we're eliciting is the sweeping of the heel inwards this direction ever so slightly. So combining all that, hip external rotation in the diagonal direction, slight heel inwards, and relax. So I want to give you a visual of what that looks like from the side, where you can see the area of target is going to be in this lateral arch. So here, diagonal direction, pushing heel sweep slightly inwards, and relax. One more repetition. And relax. To replicate this with the towel, the setup would look very similar to the wedge. This would be what it looks like from the front view. We would just take our foot into expansion here. And then from the side view, you'll be able to see how we get that slight expansion in this direction.